All right. Well, if you guys are all out there in podcast land tired of me and Brian telling you what an insufferable moron Plumber Moxley is, and believe me, I'm tired of telling you what an insufferable moron he is. Before we move on to SmackDown and other more productive pursuits, I thought we should let Plumber Moxley, in his own words, tell you what an insufferable moron he is. Apparently, Sports Illustrated's standards have fallen through the basement, and they are now, I guess, why are they verbally filleting secondary wrestling stars on SportsIllustrated.com these days?
Remember, it was on the Drive-Thru a few days ago that we got other emails from a different article where Jon Moxley said that the BCC Elite feud is the apex of wrestling, and then Kenny Omega said that Moxley is the MVP of AEW. And now, I guess everyone's done blowing each other. It's one last chance for SI to blow Moxley on the way out.
Well, and they did, and that's what I'm asking you before we go into this article. When did it become a thing that Sports Illustrated just, I mean, you can read some of the quotes, but this is so off the charts. It's a PR piece. I wish that I'd had some PR people in my various promotions that could write as glowing an article and a press release as this was from supposedly a news organization. And if people like their promotion or like their matches or like the people that he's talking about, that's one thing. But to literally bend over forward and suck your own self while you're blowing everybody else, it's not even a promotions article. It's Sports Illustrated. What has happened over there? Do they talk this way about the baseball players?
No one gets this kind of glowing coverage. And I think part of the reason is because if you want to cover AEW or WWE seriously, they're not going to let you. You kind of have to play ball with them. You can't really, Jon Moxley wasn't going to be made available if this article was going to be negative towards AEW or looking at things that aren't positive.
I'm not even talking about negative. I'm not even talking about not being positive. I'm talking about, my God, this is Hollywood in the 30s. Hedda Hopper could have put this out. It's not in any way a professional journalistic approach to cover it. That's why I'm asking you, do they talk about the baseball teams or the baseball players this way?
No.
Except like Ruth and Cobb and Mantle and...
Well, no, they don't even do that anymore. I mean, that's the way they talked about them back in the day. Now it's all like, he was a hot dog eating, whore chasing bastard.
Well, but I guess read not only some of the Plumber, if we're going to have fun with this, but read some of the more glowing knob polishing of the promotion in this article, because I clicked on it. I couldn't believe it.
No, and with all due respect, I don't know Justin Barrasso. I'm sure he's a very nice guy.
I think he's interviewed me a couple of times, and I don't remember having a happy ending like this.
Is there any article that SI.com has done about professional wrestling with either Justin Barrasso or whoever else would be covering it over there that has been a serious look at professional wrestling or serious coverage? Instead of, this is fan club coverage is what this is.
That's a good term. So the fan club coverage.
Jon Moxley. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying the fan club coverage. I was going to say proceed.
From SI.com by Justin Barrasso, Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega showed why AEW stands apart in a crowded wrestling landscape. The violent match encapsulated what Moxley calls the company's "fuck you" attitude. Let me scroll down. A bloody match you don't usually see on TV is the heading. Actually, you see plenty of bloody matches on AEW TV, but...
I was about to say, yeah, but no, go ahead.
Jon Moxley defeated Kenny Omega on Wednesday night in the main event of Dynamite. In a gory, violent sprint of a match, Moxley showcased the best of AEW. More than just a match, it captured the entire essence of the company. Hold on. I had not read any of this except for the quotes. This is bullshit.
That's what I'm telling you.
The match illustrated why AEW is a different commodity from any other mainstream promotion in North America. Within mere minutes, Moxley was covered in blood and delivering an assault. Omega, who is the healthiest he has been in years after fighting off numerous injuries, was his usual spectacular self, alternating between brawler and technician with flawless precision.
I didn't put Lawler over like this when I was writing the programs in the 80s.
Again, too, part of the problem is if you want access to certain wrestlers, or wrestlers in general, but specifically certain wrestlers too, you kind of have to kiss their ass like this.
But is it okay? It's Sports Illustrated. Are they?
That's why I don't do it.
If they don't talk to fucking Moxley?
No, okay. But I mean, this again. There had to be another way to write this, so it wasn't. I'm gonna blow him, and now let's blow him again.
Well, hold on. Let me give you some. A sharply defined clash of styles is visible anytime Moxley and Omega share the ring, though they possess different skill sets. Both carry an unrelenting drive to deliver the best matches possible. So despite the storyline differences between the Elite and the BBC, there is a genuine respect between the men who form those two groups.
Okay, well, let's get some Moxley quotes. I'm not going to do the voice.
Oh, you gotta.
It's not going to end here, says Moxley speaking after the match. This was only the beginning. We're bringing our A game. We're competitive with each other. And we're competitive with the rest of the wrestling industry. There's a lot on the line, so no one is taking a step backward. We're showing why we're the superior group. And then they had your paragraph there, so I'll continue with Moxley. This rivalry between us is the cutting edge of the business. You might be more into something else, but look at who is involved here. Kenny Omega may be the greatest wrestler that ever lived. Bryan Danielson may be the greatest wrestler that ever lived. Claudio Castagnoli may be the absolute alien pretending to be a human Superman fucking freak wrestler to ever live. The Young Bucks may be the greatest tag team of all time. Even if you think I fucking suck, you still have all these greats. A lot of people out there hate on the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. We're obviously attacking them and have our issues with them, but we're not old-ass fucking bitter dudes with podcasts talking about how the business used to be. Wait
1 second.
We are not that.
Wait 1 second. I am old-ass.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'm still fucking. I'm not bitter. I think exasperated and disgusted fits more to the purpose there. And I'm not talking about how the business used to be. I'm talking about how it should be. And it would be improved if they didn't let people like this in it to poison everyone's mind with their phoniness or their silliness or their fake toughness. Continue.
You're very defensive. I was talking about Jim Ross. A lot of people hate Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. And that's because they hate themselves.
Now, I didn't understand this. Why do Kenny and the Buckaroos hating themselves make other people hate them?
Let's go with the idea there is a segment of the wrestling audience, a segment that hates the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega that hates themselves. I mean, it has to be. I'm sure there is.
No, I thought he was saying that people hate Kenny and the Buckaroos because Kenny and the Buckaroos hate themselves. A lot of people hate Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, and that's because they hate themselves.
Oh, well, let's continue on here. It's sad.
Well, I mean, don't say what you were going to say. I interpreted it that way. I figured Kenny and the Bucks are just miserable, and that's why they want everybody else to be miserable, too.
I mean, it's just such a silly take, the idea that you could only hate the Bucks and Omega if you hate yourself.
I'm very fond of myself. I pleasure myself regularly.
All right, no one wants to hear any of this. Let me go back to Jon Moxley here. It's sad. There are plenty of people who hate me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what challenges you put in front of me or what shit befalls me. I'm very pissed off. Sorry. I'm very pissed off. I will shove it up everyone's flying ass.
I'm going to ride on Darby Allin's back all the way up Mount Everest next year.
After last year, I have that attitude. Kenny and the Young Bucks have that attitude. It's us against the universe. That attitude is AEW at its core. Why is he building up his opponents?
I don't know. Also, why is he mad at the universe? What did the universe do? Well, I guess Mother Nature did fucking shortchange him. When they were passing out brains, he thought they said trains and said, I'll take the last one. But anyway, this article, hold on one second. I've just a couple of brief quotes. A captivating cage match, showcasing the elements that make AEW unique. Violence in play stayed true to all those involved. The savage side of Moxley came forward as he brought a barbed wire chair. Can you imagine somebody perusing Sports Illustrated for the NBA fucking playoff news and accidentally sees this? He brought a barbed wire chair.
Wait, hold on.
What the fuck is that?
That's not even true, though. Didn't Omega pull up the barbed wire chair?
Yeah, but
from under the ring?
Moxley ended up using it too. So this guy, well, you couldn't remember all that shit. And then later dropping shards of glass on the canvas.
Shards.
Omega hit a Snapdragon suplex on Moxley onto the glass, a sequence that will not soon be seen in any other major promotion in the U.S. You think? I mean, they delighted in finding innovative ways to be violent. Has he got his dick in his hand while he's writing this? Or whose dick is in his hand?
Is there any serious wrestling writing out there? That's the question. Can anyone write about wrestling without blowing everyone they're writing about?
I'm astonished at the... I'm astonished at the astonishingness of this. Yeah, he says Morgan, middle fingers everywhere. It's us against the world. I'm bulletproof. I don't give a fuck.
They don't make cages like they used to.
Listen, I've eaten so much fucking shit in this business. I almost died multiple times.
Oh, that's an actual quote here. Yeah, I'm seeing.
Yes.
The power of AEW is from our fans. They're the ones who bought 10,000 tickets to All In. It's getting real big with these stadium deals, but we're not going corporate. The message is fuck you. Middle fingers everywhere. It's us against the world. Is he an idiot? Is he
the message to our fans is fuck you.
We're not going corporate, except for the company itself and all of its partners.
And our owner's father with all of his other partners and anybody else that we're supposed to blow.
You know, it's funny. Remember way back when they had Nick Gage on for that Jericho match, because Jericho thought he would get some street cred for doing that. And they did the thing with the
street cred. He almost ended up homeless.
Well, they did the thing with the pizza cutter, and then they had the Domino's pizza commercial, and Domino's was upset, and it was a little bit of a thing. Remember Moxley came out, he's like, yo, Domino's, shut up, this is cool. You know, like he was so stupid, he didn't understand why anyone would be bothered by that. Jeez. The MVP of AEW